Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to thank Professor Golinelli for inviting us today and Professor Barilli for organizing such an interesting seminar in the PhD program Dottorato. And here I have the pleasure to introduce you Jim Spohrer. He's the director of the Global University Programs and the founder of the Service Research Group at IBM Almaden Research Center in California, where I've been for 3 months during my visiting scholar, and I had the big pleasure to know him and to live with him some experience in Silicon Valley. Today he will introduce us the service science, or service science management engineering. There is a sort of approach that they use in IBM developing researches and projects. So then Professor Barilli will introduce some potential connection between viable systems approach and service science. And Jim Spohrer prefaced the English book of Professor Golinelli, The Innovative Study on Viable Systems. Professor Studies has been first published in 2000 and then revised in 2005, and now is published in English. And I really thank Jim to visit us. Please.
Thank you. Thank you, Clara. Grazie molto. Non parlo italiano, so if it's all right with you, I'll speak in English.
Slowly, yeah, slowly.
Slowly, very. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I'm here because I'm a student, and I'm a student of viable systems approach. I find it fascinating. It has consonance and resonance with service science, and it's my pleasure to be here as a student of viable systems approach to share with you a little bit about service science. I thought maybe to begin, I would just spend a little bit of time introducing myself. This is where I go to work every day when I'm in California. This is the Almaden Research Center. Clara spent 3 months as a visiting scholar here. Vittorio is going to be sending a couple students to spend, I think, 6 months with us. I make the offer to all of you. 21 years ago, I spent 21 years ago, a much younger version of me spent 6 months as a visiting scholar at La Sapienza. It was one of the most productive and wonderful times of my life. Please come visit me at this humble research center, and I hope it would be a productive time for you as well. So, as I said, I'm the director of IBM's Global University Program since 2009. Just a little bit about university programs. IBM works with 5,000 universities around the world. 5,000. 5 minuti. Carla Milane. Carla is our IBM University representative here in Italy. She, from my perspective, she's one of the most important people in IBM in Italy, and you should all get to know Carla. We do research awards, millions of dollars of research grants each year. Readiness, which is skills development, recruiting, revenue projects, and responsibility means many IBMers volunteer to work at universities. I'm also the founding director of IBM's first service research group. I'll tell you more in a minute. And a little bit about my background. Before I started the service research group in IBM, I helped start the venture capital group, IBM's venture capital group in Silicon Valley during the internet bubble. That was a very, very exciting time to be in Silicon Valley. I was also at Apple Computer, where I was given the Distinguished Engineer Scientist Technologist Award. My PhD is actually in computer science from Yale, and I also have a BS in physics from MIT. So I come here as a student of viable systems, as someone who studied service science, computer science, and physics. Why am I here in Italy today? Here are some of the, as we're working on service science, here are some of the professionals that I interact with. In business schools, I work with the American Marketing Association, the POMS Group, Productions, Operations, Research. I'm here because, again, I'm interested in viable systems approach. Here to meet Professor Golinelli. Second time I've met with Professor Borelli, Professor Pichocchi, and of course Clara. Excuse me. In the engineering schools, I work mostly with ACM and IEEE. Informs operations research, industrial engineering, systems engineering. I don't know if La Sapienza has an information school, but in the US, this is the new area is the information schools. And of course, also with natural science and social science. So, what does this mean? This means that service science is multidisciplinary. It's a new transdiscipline, in fact. All of these different disciplines come together in service science. How? So, every day, all of us here, if we live in modern society, we are customers of 13 different types of service systems or viable systems. You can see how I've organized them here. There's systems for life support needs like transportation, water, food, energy, information and communication. Just this morning, I flew in from the United States, so I used transportation, water, yes, food. We had a wonderful lunch just now. Energy, the lights are on. Information and communication technology. We're projecting the PowerPoint. There's also systems for lifestyle planning, like buildings and construction. Here we are in a building. Retail, hospitality. First thing I got here, I checked into a very nice hotel that you recommended, so thank you. Banking and finance. We've had to use money today. Healthcare. I took my vitamins. Education. We're here at a university. And then there's systems for governance, like city, state, and nation. Here we are in Rome, in Italy. So all of us, every day, are customers of all of these systems. Our quality of life depends on the quality of these systems. The food here is probably the best service system for food in the world, the restaurants here. The transportation, I'm not so sure is, that's so-so. But all of these systems, if we're going to have high quality of life, we need quality of service. But there's more than that. It's the quality of opportunity, the quality of jobs in these systems that matters too. So as we think about all of these different disciplines, also think about these different systems. And I'm